What is a self-directed retirement plan and why is it so important for you to leverage and understand in 2024? If you're working a traditional job, like you have a traditional 401k, a 403b, a TSP plan, whatever it may be, what's happening is you're working, and every pay period, a portion of that money gets contributed to your retirement plan, okay? Now, there's two problems with that. The problem number one is if you take a look at what you're contributing, and if you continue to contribute that amount for 30 years, if you just did the math, you're not going to have enough money to take a distribution and live off of. I can almost guarantee that. Now, what most employers do is offer you some sort of, like, you'll have $250,000 or maybe even $500,000 if you're lucky, which we know would run out fairly quickly based off of inflation and the cost of living. If you have that money there, what employers do is they take, when it comes to the day you retire, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, they take your money and they invest it with, like, they give you some retirement packages, right? And those packages are typically invested in what we call fixed income annuities, which essentially are insurance policies that pay out for the rest of your life. But here's the problem. The payout barely ever keeps up with inflation. So you'll see people retire and their retirement income is, I don't know, $700 from their first job. And the problem is they won't have enough money to live off of because it's just not enough. And so if you want to learn how to retire early, you want to start learning about these self-directed retirement accounts. I've got a list of companies that do this. I'm not affiliated with them, but you can pick and choose. I even got a script that you guys can use, that you can get access to by emailing me. I'll put my contact information down below. But basically, instead of going the traditional route, right, where we talked about problem number one is there's not going to be enough money left over even after 30 years. Problem number two is this. If God forbid the market crashes, right? Like, let's just say the S&P goes down. Well, unfortunately, American retirement accounts are directly invested in those. And so, for example, when the market crashed back between 2006 and 2009, everyday Americans lost their retirement, and some people never even recovered from that. Where the banks, they were too big to fail, right? And so I'm not going to get into too much detail about what had happened, but you don't want to be a victim of that happening. So what I do, me and my wife do, what we've done to create a cash flow based retirement, guys, is we've got a solo 401k. We've got IRAs, and they are truly self-directed. What that means is if you have a retirement account with, like, the Fidelity, the E-Trade, the Charles Schwab, they only allow you to invest into the products that they offer, the stocks, the bonds, the ETFs, the mutual funds. Now, when you go truly self-directed, you're able to invest in alternative investments like cryptocurrencies, precious metal, real estate. That's really our bread and butter and what we do. And so over time, we have been acquiring more and more cash flowing assets in our retirement plan. So if I ever do decide to retire, I'm going to have more than enough cash flow to live off of that'll literally never run out. So this is just a glimpse of understanding the importance of a cash flow based retirement plan, when compared to a save yourself to retirement plan. When you do the math, it just never works out. This is why you're seeing so many people retire from the military or from their traditional job. It's exactly what happened to my dad. My dad worked for the Postal Service for years, has great credit, worked his butt off, saved his money, and just still wasn't going to have enough money. And so if you want to learn more about getting a cash flow based retirement plan started, if you're interested in creating a business, then you might want to get in touch because we're here to help people specifically in the DMV, but we're mentoring and working with others everywhere. Thanks for listening, and make sure you get the free resources down below. Bye.